Well, hello, students. I hope you're having a fantastic day. My name is Jay, and on today's lesson, I'm going to teach you English through another read and repeat story. Now, as always, my stories will help you with your comprehension, your English vocabulary, as well as help improve your English fluency. So let's get ready to dive into today's lesson. Now, let me say, be sure to hang around until the end. I am going to give you a short quiz to test your comprehension of today's story. In other words, I want to see if you were able to follow me and you understood some of the vocabulary words or the meaning of today's story. Let's dive into today's lesson. Last week, my family welcomed a new member as we embraced the arrival of our first baby. Now, when we talk about embraced, it means to hold on to with love, with appreciation. I embraced my child. I embraced my wife with a warm hug, and then I kissed her. Okay, I embraced. So you embrace your newborn baby, or as described in the story, a new member of the family. So let's read and repeat this sentence. Last week, my family welcomed a new member as we embraced the arrival of our first baby. Excellent. The hospital echoed with the sound of a baby's first cries. Of course, the hospital is where people go when someone is injured or when someone is having a new child. Okay? The hospital. The hospital. Some people say hospital or it's hospital. When you talk about sounds echoing, so if you're in a long hall, you may talk loudly or hear a baby cry and it goes, hello, 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 hello. Or the baby may cry and go, wah, wah, wah. So the cries echoed through the hall. Let's read and repeat this sentence. The hospital echoed with the sound of a baby's first cries. Excellent. Let's try to say the word echoed. 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 The D can be silent. Echoed. Echo. Echoed. Great. Let's move on. We named her Rachel, and she filled our hearts with overwhelming happiness. Let's repeat that. We named her Rachel. Rachel, Rachel, Rachel. And she filled our hearts with overwhelming happiness. Overwhelming, overwhelming, overwhelming happiness. So when you feel someone's heart, of course you can't feel my heart, it's inside my chest. But when you feel a person's heart, it describes you're making them feel a certain way. So a person can be filled with sadness, they can be filled with joy, they can be filled with sorrow. A person's heart can be filled with curiosity. So when a person says they have filled their hearts, it describes how they're feeling or their mood. Okay. Now, notice these key vocabulary words: overwhelming happiness. So when a person has overwhelming happiness, we describe them as being full. I'm just overwhelmed. And some people may start to cry. And why are you crying? It's too much. It's too much for me. I can't take it. So someone that is overwhelmed with happiness or sorrow or gladness, it's a way of saying that someone is just very excited, very joyful. They're overwhelmed, or again, they're full of happiness. Friends and family gathered, sharing laughter and tears of joy as they celebrated the precious addition to our family. So when people gather, they come together. Okay. When someone has a wedding, people gather for the wedding. When someone is cooking, people gather around the table or come together to eat. Okay. Tears of joy. So some people cry, or we cry because we have pain, or we cry because we're happy. So you can have tears of joy. Again, why are you crying? Oh, my baby girl had her first child. I'm a grandmama. Here where I live, sometimes a grandmother is called G Mama or Big Mama or Granny. And one that's very popular is Meemaw. What do they call grandmothers in your culture? Leave that for me down in the comment section. I would love to learn something new today. Let's read and repeat this sentence. Friends and family gathered, sharing laughter and tears of joy as they celebrated the precious addition to our family. Now, I failed to mention, what does it mean to celebrate? So to celebrate means to be happy with someone, okay? To congratulate someone. So someone may walk up to me and say, hey, Jay, man, congratulations on Rachel, man. She's a beautiful child. I'm happy for you, okay? Then they may say, are you going to have some more kids? So when someone celebrates, they're expressing their happiness for what has taken place in your life. As we held our tiny bundle of joy, the world seemed to shrink, and love enveloped us like a warm blanket. Let's read and repeat that. As we held our tiny bundle of joy, the world seemed to shrink, and love enveloped us like a warm blanket. You're doing great. Now, a tiny bundle of joy. Of course, a baby is small, and so that's how we describe something that is miniature, something that's little, that we have affection for. Look at my tiny bundle of joy. Speaking of your baby, or you may have a small pet. Yeah, this is my dog. This is my tiny bundle of joy, letting you know it's something small or someone small, but they make you happy. Okay. The world seems to shrink. The world seems to shrink. It seems when we use that expression, it describes that nothing else matters. What I am experiencing is most important. Another key phrase here is love enveloped us like a warm blanket. So an envelope is a piece of paper that you put something in and you seal it. So when you describe being enveloped by something, you're describing being covered. So they were describing here in this sentence how love just covered them or enveloped them like a warm blanket. Leaving the hospital, we embarked on a new adventure, feeling a mix of excitement and nervousness. Let's repeat that. Leaving the hospital, we embarked on a new adventure, feeling a mix of excitement and nervousness. So to leave or leave, it means to depart. So you go from here to there. We left the hospital and went home. Or you may say we left the hospital and went to the library. Or you may say I'm leaving the hospital and I will meet you at the restaurant. We embarked. Embarked. The E is silent. Embarked. Or some people say embarked. We embarked. Okay. So now we are going to experience something new. We're coming up on something. Okay. You were surfing the internet and embarked on Jay's YouTube channel. Okay. Embarked. A feeling of excitement and nervousness. Man, I'm excited. I got a new baby. Yes. I got a new baby. Yes. But nervousness. What am I going to do? Who's going to change Rachel? Who's going to help me bathe her? Oh my goodness. Excitement and nervousness. We are now starting a new chapter of our lives. Parenthood. Let's repeat. We are now starting a new chapter of our lives. Parenthood. So when you say a new chapter of life, it's saying that you're going from one experience to another. So, for example, if you speak Spanish or you speak Portuguese, but you want to learn English, learning English is a new chapter of your life. Or if you're a single man and you get married, now you go from being single to married. That's a new chapter of your life. Parenthood. Becoming a parent. So now you have a child. Now you have responsibilities. The end. Parenthood is fun, but it is a lot of work. Oh my goodness. Parenthood is a lot of work. Yeah, you love every stage of raising children, but it takes a lot of work. So, are you ready for today's quiz? I'm going to start off with one quiz question today. And if you enjoyed this, let me know down in the comments section and I'll do more quiz questions for each story. What does overwhelming happiness mean? What does overwhelming happiness mean? In your best ability, I want you to type your answer down in the comments section. I talked about overwhelming happiness earlier in the story. So let's see if you understood and you can describe it in your own words. Well, with that being said, I want to thank you so much for watching today's lesson. If you have enjoyed today's lesson, be sure to give me a like, as well as share it with a friend that's trying to improve at speaking English. And if you're not a subscriber, I would love for you to subscribe. Now, let me say this. I am thinking about doing some lessons live. Would you be interested in participating in a live broadcast? Maybe I'll do 2 of these stories and we could do a live once a day or once a week. Let me know down in the comments section if you would enjoy a live where I can help you with your English. Perhaps sometime in the morning between 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. I'm in Eastern Standard Time, but just let me know down in the comments section. Yes, Jay, I would love for you to do a live. Okay? With that being said, again, thank you to all of the new subscribers. It's overwhelming. And so I thank you. And I hope you join me on my next lesson. I'll see you then.